wrestling for the championship, from the red shirt corner, a red shirt senior from Edinburgh University, David Habat.
What an atmosphere, what a way to start it off tonight. 149 pounds. There are 7 classes that are guaranteed. A first-time champion will have one to start our night between Drake Houdashelt and Dave Habat. 5 All-American nods between these two. They have combined for 267 career wins, but both seeking their first national championships. Houdashelt was one of 3 #1 seeds for the Missouri Tigers, but he's the only one of those 3 that has worked himself into the national championship match. Tim Flynn, the head coach for Edinburgh out of Pennsylvania, getting Dave Habat ready to go. 10 weight classes, 10 champions crowned, and off we go from the Lou for the 7th time since the turn of the century. Let's orientate you if you're just watching for the first time this weekend with our coverage. Dave Habat is the 3 seed. You see the red mark next to his name. That represents the red ankle band that he is wearing. You'll see that all night long. Houdashelt, the 1 seed with a green mark next to his name. That represents the green ankle band that he is wearing tonight.
You mentioned the 2 coaches, Brian Smith. You're looking right at him in the gold tie. And Tim Flynn, 2 great coaches.
Tim, these are your
Drake
keys to victory.
Houdashelt, he likes to get on the collar tie and pull a little release. He likes to get a lot of shots off. But Dave Habat wants to do it. We got a contrast of body styles. He wants to keep Houdashelt off from getting too many shots at first, and then create his own offense. So what Houdashelt wants to do is he wants to create havoc. He wants to get after it.
Anthony, Drake Houdashelt 3 times in this tournament has held an opponent to 0 points. He's been a very good defensive wrestler, and he's been able to pick his spots well.
He definitely has, and Houdashelt is one of those guys who's hard to get to open up from his feet, so you can't get your shots off right. What Houdashelt's done so well is he gets that early takedown. He's such a tough rider on top, so he's able to just kind of coast out the rest of the match, riding the guy out from the top position. So if I'm Habat, I'm thinking, I need to start scoring. I don't want to get underneath Houdashelt for too long.
Dave Habat, redshirt senior out of Cleveland. Houdashelt is from Missouri, went to Fort Sumwalt West, very good school. In on a leg is Habat, looking for the first 2 of the match.
It's 2 points there with the referee doesn't think it was, but I thought he was on his hips with both legs. Official doesn't give it to him, to Habat.
Wrestling along the edge of the mat, now they go out. Now Edinburgh has 1 challenge remaining. There has been a challenge system in place the last 2 years. Tim Flynn is not going to use that challenge.
So far, Houdashelt has not been able to get from his collar to pulling the trigger fast enough to get in on Habat. I like the way Habat beat the collar tie last time with his own shot.
Habat's doing an excellent job of just getting those shots and really just setting up fast. You know, one of his bread and butters is that high crotch, so I'm looking to continue that through the rest of this match.
Tournament format is nothing that wrestling fans aren't familiar with already. We said at 10 weight classes. We'll have 10 champions tonight, 3 periods. A lot of these athletes, a lot of these coaches call it 7 minutes of hell. There is Habat once again trying to get in on that right leg of Houdashelt and put his hips down. Getting into a potential scramble situation here.
And as Houdashelt comes up, he keeps his head up. He's trying to gather his hips underneath him. As he keeps his head up, he'll have the best opportunity to come out the backside for 2.
Tim always talks about this. Whoever has their head up, usually in those scramble spots, is going to end up with the takedown or with the 2 points. It ended up in a stalemate. At 12 seconds, they go back to the feet.
So far, the shots by Habat. He's gotten to the corner, but he hasn't been able to cut off to the double fast enough.
Habat's been the aggressor so far.
I think so far, though, Houdashelt, he's done a solid job of just stuffing those shots.
Yeah.
You know, Habat got in a couple times pretty good there, but Houdashelt was able to get the stalemate. That's what he wants to do. Just kind of coast it out, wait for his openings, keep the defense strong.
Tim Flynn is the head coach of Edinburgh out of Pennsylvania, the Fighting Scots. Sharon Stone, Pat Monahan, the lead singer of Train. For those of you unfamiliar with Edinburgh, wrestling fans are well aware of the history of Edinburgh. Only 4 national champions, though, in the history of the wrestling program for the Fighting Scots. Their last was Jared King in 2009.
Already saw Houdashelt get out so that forced Habat down to the legs. You saw the official count to a 3 count before Habat worked up past the hips.
That is a rule adjustment this year as well in NCAA wrestling. If you are on the lower leg and you're not trying to improve your position by working up the hips, the referees will count you and you're going to have to let go eventually. You see that count, trying to improve the position. Look at the scramble here. What a great ride out that time by Habat, but that's where the new rule comes into effect. You're going to get tagged if you're not trying to improve your position up above the hips. You're going to have to let go eventually.
And one thing about Houdashelt, he's got great mat awareness right there. Very good strategy. Now he comes up to his feet, works to try to get the escape, but Habat stays on top in a nice way.
You saw now he was up above the hips, so no count for the official. If you do get tagged with that, it's a stall warning.
It's a solid job there by Houdashelt, just continuously moving from that bottom position. It's one of the things wrestling coaches always tell you. It's not always going to be pretty from the bottom, but you have to keep moving. You keep moving, you're going to create those instances where you can't escape.
Boy, what a job by Habat, just trying to maintain that ride. And there's the escape point finally for Houdashelt. He had to work a long time to finally get that escape point, and he's on the board first.
You used the right word there, Adam. I love the work of Houdashelt from the start of this period. Great work from underneath, and then he dove through, got out for the escape. A lot of good work by Houdashelt there.
Drake Houdashelt, second year as a captain. Brian Smith, his head coach, says he's never seen a harder worker than Drake Houdashelt. At times he has to slow him down in the room because he's going 100 miles an hour all the time.
Nicknamed Cole Trickle from Days of Thunder. That's what Brian Smith said.
Out of bounds they go.
With Habat already having a warning on him, he's going to have some mat awareness and stay in the center and not be forced out of bounds by Houdashelt. There's another shot, but stuffed and squared up.
That's what we've been talking about. Last 3 matches, he hasn't given up a point. Such a good defensive wrestler in this tournament. He's trying to get in on his offense a little bit on his feet.
Houdashelt just does a terrific job of just keeping his defenses up. See, his head's in the right position, he keeps his hands in front of him. It's so hard to hit a target like that when Houdashelt just stays square stance. Got his defenses up.
We're right behind where Drake Houdashelt is. You can see him trying to survey a little bit, trying to find angles. So tough to do against some of these very quick wrestlers. Tim Flynn has done a fantastic job, though, at Edinburgh, and he's really put this program on the map.
The athletic director, Bruce Baumgartner, the most decorated heavyweight in USA history, has really given Tim the resources and the support to make Edinburgh one of the best programs in America.
Now, we said it. Houdashelt hasn't allowed a point his last 3 matches. He's been very tough on top. Let's see if Dave Habat can make something happen here.
I described Houdashelt as a leech on top. We'll see. Right now, this might not be the match he had in mind. He had in mind getting the takedown in the first period, but right now, he feels like he's still in his wheelhouse. Being the rider that he is. He rides out, he wins. Houdashelt from Missouri. Notice how Houdashelt's left leg right there, hooked that ankle right there, and then flaring it out. Good mat return.
They're going to go out of bounds. What a ride so far by Houdashelt. You can see the strength of Dave Habat, how difficult it is to keep him down.
I think what Houdashelt's doing a nice job of is he's still in that first move right off the whistle. He's controlling those hips, driving forward. He's keeping the pressure on the hands of Habat, not allowing Habat to kind of get his hips out from underneath.
And the riding time that Habat had built up a little bit in that second period erased by Houdashelt. A scramble situation potentially here, and there's the escape point for Habat. He finally found his spot and got the point.
And no riding time involved right now.
Yep, not a factor. Well, he needed that early in that ride.
Nice job right here. Habat just getting his hips out, creating a scramble position there, just turning his hips right in. That's what you got to do. Right off the whistle against those tough top wrestlers, you have to steal that first move.
This is where it can get exciting. A minute to go on their feet. First of 7 classes where we'll have a first-time champion.
A couple of times, Habat from the outside, from a little bit of space, has been able to find the corner on Houdashelt, but he's not been able to finish fast enough. Remember, Habat has a warning for stalling on him, and his back to the out of bounds right there. Houdashelt trying to find some room to put a few shots on and maybe get the officials' attention.
Saw him in another great sprawl. Tried to get in on a shot. That stuff is so good defensively by Houdashelt.
Against a guy like Houdashelt, you really just got to control that head and just kind of really create your angles. Habat, he's just shooting straight on right now. Just like that. It's like you're hitting a brick wall. Houdashelt's going to throw those hips on you.
And he's got 16 seconds to try to get a little bit of an advantage here. Trying to get in on the leg. Nearly was 2. It was not. Inside of 10 seconds to go.
All he has to do is put Habat on his butt and cut across one more time. Pop his head. He's got the ankle.
But does he have enough time? He does not. We're going to sudden victory. Wow. Sudden victory, 1 minute. Next point wins it. If it's tied after a minute, we'll have 2 30-second periods where the wrestlers alternate positions. Seen Habat be a little bit more aggressive, 7 shots, but it seems like he hasn't really had more than one opportunity to try to get Houdashelt down. Great defense in this match from Drake Houdashelt.
As well as from Habat,
yeah,
because
sure,
Houdashelt's been on his collar tie, but has not been able to pull the trigger fast enough, and so Habat doing a nice job defensively, frustrating. There's the straight-on shot, and 3 points in the round.
That's it. Drake Houdashelt for the Missouri Tigers wins the championship. There's Andy, his dad.
We talked a little bit earlier about those straight-on shots. It's exactly what Habat did. Houdashelt was ready for it. Got a nice counter there. Re-attack.
You can't beat the best going straight on.
Andy right in the middle there. The 134th win of Drake's career is his first national championship. Like running into a brick wall. Anthony talked about it. Great defense the entire match from Houdashelt, and he exploded for the win, and he's with Quinn Kesnick.
You took the mat tonight. What was your mindset?
Honestly, just go out there and wrestle hard for 7 minutes, and just whatever happens, it happens.
What happened in the sudden victory?
I was just holding tight on my collar tie, trying to stop his explosive shot, and I blocked it and caught him off guard a little bit, and I was able to get in on the leg and finish it.
What emotions are you dealing with right now?
Honestly, it just feels surreal. It doesn't even feel like I won yet. I don't know, it hasn't sunk in, anywhere close to sinking in yet.
It will in a second. Congratulations, Drake. Go celebrate.
He won a couple of high school state championships in this state, his home college, and Drake Houdashelt the champion for the first time. And how about that?